Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Gilded Tarot by Cyril Marchetti. There's Cyril's name. There's a companion book by Barbara Moore, if you're interested. Website is llewellyn.com, if you want that information. Supportive Oracle Cards. You Are Clairvoyant Oracle Cards by Belinda Grace. Illustrations by Elaine Marzin. Website is rockpoolpublishing.com.au. A as in apple, U as an umbrella. Okay, great, wonderful, joyful. Yay. Okay. I feel like, I don't know, I feel not bad, but like awkward. I don't know if awkward's right. Like different. I feel different all of a sudden. Like, like I'm sick of the mundane. I'm sick of the ho-hum every day, blah, blah, blah. I want to know what people really think. And that's what I'm starting to feel when I'm doing this. Kind of like, yeah, y'all are boring me. Y'all boring me. So what's the truth? What's the deal? Appreciation is at the bottom here. I want to know what's really going on. Somebody's holding something back. And you are kind of sensing it. But the way I feel you're sensing it is kind of like, it's powers of perception. Somebody says a couple things and just like, it's almost like the way they're saying certain things, you're like, that just doesn't sound right. Like instead of saying Aquarius, saying Aquarius. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's kind of like it's technically right, but wrong. Like that's not how you say Aquarius. You don't say Aquarius. You say Aquarius. But why are they doing that? It's almost like something is tripping you off. Like, that's a little different. It's just kind of like nobody else is really picking up on it, but you're like, something that doesn't sound right. It literally doesn't sound right. You're trying to figure out what's really going on here. You're also bored. I feel like you're bored. And you're like, you know what? I think there's a mystery here. I'm not sure if I'm looking into that a little farther or believing something is there that's not. But you know what? I can have a fun little conversation with that, and I can find out if there's actually something there. So maybe I'll do that. And that's what you do. You're like, I want to find out if there is really something with that. I seem to think that something's off. That sounds wrong to me. Something just sounds a little wrong there. Maybe I'll just kind of sniff it out and find out for myself. I'll start a conversation here and there and just see if I can find out if anything's happening. Knight of Swords, you're very active with this. Chakra balancing is kind of like, I really want to know if there's a problem. Like, I just feel like there's a problem. I'm hearing things don't sound quite right. Things aren't where they normally are. Things aren't working out like they normally do. It's kind of like that. Those people usually hang out together. They don't seem like they're as nice to each other as usual. They don't seem like they're buddy-buddy like usual. Is something going on there? Are we getting along? Are we working together well? What's going on? No, it's a slow... You have to chip away at it. You have to chip away at it. I do feel like people are acting like something is better than it actually is. I do think that's happening. Nine of Cups with the prosperity, it's kind of like the overall situation, people don't want there to be a problem. But there may be some discord behind the scenes, but they're trying to keep it quiet. They're trying to keep it private. They're trying to keep it off of the main floor, if you will. There's something they are hiding. But, excuse me. But I do feel like you're picking up on it. Like, it's like Sherlock Holmes or Nancy Drew type feel here. Like, you know what I mean? You're figuring out clues. I don't feel like it's psychic is what I'm trying to get at. It's more like you're seeing evidence in front of you. Like, that doesn't fit, and this doesn't fit. This doesn't seem quite right. And I feel like you're breaking down the situation slowly, but people are slowly telling you what's going on. People are really trying to hide it. Now, when you start figuring it out, and now I get the hiccups, great. When you start figuring it out, then you're like, well, wait a minute. Oh boy. So I kind of felt there was something going on there. I was a little bored, so I kind of searched it out to see what was actually happening. I'm starting to see what it is. You're starting to see what it is, and you're like, do I want to really get involved with this? It's kind of like I don't know. Have I pacified myself by figuring out that, yeah, there's something going on? Do I really want to get involved? The nature journey is kind of like, I feel like if I get involved, like, it's not like I can just walk in there and fix it and walk out. If I get involved, I'm probably going to get knee deep in it. You know, I'm probably going to get knee deep in it, and I'm going to be stuck in it for a while. Do I want to get in there? Do I want to be a part of this? Like, I found that there's something there. I was right. There's something a little screwed up. Do I want to be a part of it? But also, how much of an issue is it really? And I'm like, I don't know how bad it really is. And I feel like that's part of it. It's kind of like, I don't really know if I want to be a part of it, but maybe I should. Maybe I should find out, because it could be a big problem. And I'm questioning if the Tower card is looming. I'm questioning if a problem could there be a bigger problem at bay. This is your challenge card. Doesn't mean the Tower is going to happen, but you're worried about it. Like, ooh, could things be falling apart? That's better if I know now so I can handle it. Because of that, I feel like I'm looking at this like, well, I don't know if I really have the luxury to not be a part of it. Because if I stay out of it, things could fall apart, and then I just got to deal with the aftermath. I don't really like that idea at all. So I guess I'll get involved with it. All right, so it's very slow. I feel like this is one of those things where somebody had a bad day, did something rotten, somebody else got even and did something rotten in return. I just feel like, you know when kids are just like, one's having a bad day and they do something mean, and then the kid that was the victim of that retaliates and does something even meaner. So neither side really looks that good. Both sides are kind of like, yeah, I didn't really. It's almost like, I don't think this ever happened when I was a kid, but like, if you're hanging out with your brother and you push them down and they get pissed, so then they pop your tires on your bicycle to get even. So like you're both kind of like not really the best. both sides have done some unscrupulous things. That's the point, and they're not really wanting to admit to it. They both realize that they kind of should, make up over it. I feel like this is something that can be healed, and they both realize they should. This is over top of it. Like, they have to make that move forward. And I feel like when you start really getting into it and what's really going on, you're realizing, no, I don't think this is going to fall apart. No, I don't think the Tower is going to hit here. But yes, I think they need to, make amends with each other over this. And I feel like you are facilitating that. I don't think it's as bad as I was worried it was. It's kind of like, how bad is this going to be? And I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. It's just kind of like we need to grow up and deal with it. I don't know. It's how it's coming through. If it sounds bad, it sounds bad. I'm sorry. They need to grow up and deal with it. That's how it's coming through. Eight of Wands, Knight of Cups. I do feel like this is a quick correction. I don't think it's that bad. I feel like you getting involved and facilitating the healing here, let's deal with it, let's talk about the truth, let's rebuild the trust here. You pushing that forward seems to heal it quite quickly. It seems to move it into the past. People did have heartache. People were not relenting with that. This is what was happening. This was happening. Three of Swords, people very upset with each other. Seven of Wands, not willing to back down, holding the line, just like, no, this is how it is. I know I'm right. And you kind of went in there and you helped them see the truth and kind of like, let's look at what we really did with each other. Like, true, this one did that, but you did that. So like you were both wrong in different ways. You kind of got even. Like, one person was having a bad day. That doesn't make it right what they did. But you getting retaliation and taking it, 3 steps farther, that doesn't make that right either. And I feel like that's how I'm handling this. Like, you guys usually get along. Let's try to, like, can we heal this? You do have a little stress coming in with this. A little stress. But there's healing with it too. And I'm getting that success card is the healing. When I get the stress card here, the 9, the proof is in the pudding. It seems like things have worked out and things are fine and things have healed, but I feel like you're stepping back and you're just keeping your eye on it. Like, are we good? Are we going to have more problems? Are they fine now? They are fine now. I do feel like they are, but I don't blame you for keeping an eye on it. I think that's what you should do. So I'm not saying don't. I think they're just acknowledging that you're gonna. Nine of Pentacles. Things are back in line. I also feel like you're keeping an eye on these people. Whoever these people are, you're kind of like, you know what, I'm just going to keep an eye on them just to make sure that they don't go off the rails again, because that was something. So it's not that bad, but I feel like getting involved is not that bad. I feel like getting involved moves the situation, clears it out, moves things on. It does seem to cure the boredom for a short period of time. For some reason, you're bored. I don't know. I feel like you're bored in whatever situation this is, and you're like, I'm kind of bored. What am I going to do? Okay, I'll do this. And then you're like, oh, wait a minute. Is this going to be a mess if I get involved with it? No, it seems like you're very helpful, and you help these people solve something that they're not willing to solve on their own. You coming in to facilitate the healing does prove to be effective. You also keep an eye on it afterwards. Seems like a smart idea. I don't think that's bad. I have no idea. With this reading, it's not going any further in the future, so if there's going to be another problem or not, it's not showing that. It's not showing. It's not showing that. Anything else? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.